5 ways you need to fix your startup pitch. You start raising funding for your startup and things aren't going to plan. You're not sure what you need to do to fix your pitch deck and pitch, but you know you need to do something. And that's what today's video is all about. In today's video, I'll explain the 5 ways you need to fix your startup pitch, what you need to fix, and how you can fix it. I hope you like it. Hi, I'm Brett. On my channel, I help early stage startup CEOs like you raise money and grow your startup. So, if this sounds like you, then hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified every time I release a new video. Let's get started. So you've started raising money and things aren't going well. The good news is you get direct and indirect feedback that you can use to fix the problems you are having. I'm going to start our analysis with the first likely problem you're having, and that's you can't get investor meetings. You reached out to lots of investors and no investors have accepted your meeting request. Let's examine what the reasons are this might be happening and how you can fix it. There are several possible reasons this might be happening. The first one is you might be targeting the wrong investors. For example, you're trying to set up meetings with investors that invest primarily in software startups for your healthcare startup. Or you're reaching out to late stage investors for your early stage startup. Or you're reaching out to early stage VCs when your company really should be focusing on meeting angel investors. Here's the deal. All investors are not created equally. And you're not going to get a software investor to meet with you for your healthcare startup, let alone invest in your startup. The remedy is for you to do the research upfront about your potential investors before you reach out to them. It's pretty easy to determine the types of investments the investor likes to make and the stage the investor likes to make the investment. However, let's say you have done the research and you're still not getting meetings. It's now down to one of 2 reasons. Your warm introductions are not that good, or your cold email is not that good. First, cold emails do work. They don't work as well for getting meetings as warm introductions, but cold emails work. I used cold emails as one of my meeting sources, and I was able to get investor meetings. The key is to make your email headline compelling and your email copy direct and to the point. Read the article I wrote about this strategy using the link below today's video. Let's move on to number 4 on our list. Number 4. Investors are saying you need more traction. You're getting meetings, and the feedback you're getting is you need more traction. First, you should ask the investor exactly what acceptable traction is because you might learn something. It's always possible. Second, when you hear the traction issue pop up, it typically means your startup is at too early a stage for that particular investor. And if you're consistently hearing that you don't have enough traction from the same investor class, then you know you have a problem. By the way, traction typically, but not always, means revenue. And the amount of revenue you need will vary. So there are 2 obvious solutions here. The first is get more revenue. However, you might run out of money before you get there, so this might not solve your problem. Second, you'll need to target earlier stage investors. So if you're trying to raise money from early stage VCs, then you'll likely have to target angel investors. You get the idea. One final piece of advice on the traction issue. You're not going to change an investor's mind. Instead, thank the investor for the feedback and move on. Now, third on our list, You're not getting any feedback at all. Let's say you meet with 10 investors and you go through your pitch. The investors listen politely, you shake hands, and leave. There are no follow-up meetings and no feedback. So you follow up and your emails are ignored. And you're wondering what's going on. Clearly, something you're doing is not working at all. It's likely that your pitch is just way off. The first thing I would do is get your executive summary slides right. This is your first 2 slides, that is the problem solution slides. You can watch this video for how to do this. The second thing I would do is take a hard look at yourself as the presenter of the information. Are you adding value or are you just reading the slides? Finally, I would have someone who isn't part of your team listen to your pitch. Ask them to tell you the problem your company solves, how you solve it, and how you're going to make money. You'll know you've got this right when they recite to you what you said back to you. Next, let's move to number 2 on our list. You're going to get asked questions about your differentiation and about your business model. Now, questions, as a rule, are good. However, it depends upon the questions and the tone of the questions. For example, if investors are asking you in a quizzical way, so, how are you different from the other competitors? Or, I don't understand your business model. Well, that's a killer. When you're not clear on your business model, which is how you make money, you're going to put doubt about whether investors should invest in your company. For example, my company had a unique business model. At first, investors questioned what we were doing and they passed on investing. It was up to us to make it super easy for investors to understand what we were doing and why we were doing it. And you're going to have to do the exact same thing. Now, our final one on the list. Number 1, they are worried you're missing a team member like a CTO. This was yet another problem we had early on. There's no hiding if you're missing a key team member like a CTO. And it's going to be difficult to convince investors to take a risk on investing in your company. The smartest thing you can do if you're in this situation is just be honest. Before I added Jeroen as my co-founder and VP of engineering, I told investors exactly where we stood and what our plan going forward was. Many investors politely told me to get back to them when we found someone to fill the role. However, some investors continued talking to us. And in fact, one of our investors came from this original list before we hired Jeroen. One more piece of advice. Don't hire someone just to hire someone. You're much better off waiting to hire the right person. Investors are going to see right through it. And you'll have someone on your team that you're going to have to get rid of. Trust me, I know the pressure to hire someone is intense, but it's not worth it. Now, if this content is resonating with you, then please hit the like button right now. Here's a summary of what we've learned today. Number 5, you can't get investor meetings. The solution is improving your cold email. Number 4, investors are saying you need more traction. The solution is likely going to be finding investors that are okay with less traction, such as going from VCs to angels. Number 3, you're not getting any feedback at all. The solution is really work on improving your pitch and your pitch deck. Number 2, you're getting asked questions about your differentiation or your business model. The solution is make everything crystal clear. And number 1, they are worried about you're missing a team member like a CTO. The solution is tell investors what your plan is to bring this person aboard and then execute your plan. Now, what did you learn from today's video? Put your answer in the comments column below today's video. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments column too, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Now, I have one more thing for you today. It's my free startup pitch deck template. It has all the slides you need to develop an awesome pitch deck. Click the link below today's video, and it's yours for free. And for more great content, click on the video at the end of today's video. And if you haven't already, then click the subscribe button to get notified every time I release a new video. I'm Brett at brettjfox.com. Thanks for watching today. Take care. Bye.